Close your eyes for a moment, my friend. Forget everything you know about the world today. I want to take you back in a time machine, 60 million years into the past. We are landing in a place that no longer exists on any map. This is the ancient Amazon of South America. But it's not the jungle you see on TV. This is a steaming, prehistoric furnace. The heat is so intense, it feels like the air is boiling. And the trees are so massive, they block out every single ray of sunlight. In this deep, dark silence, you realize one thing. Humans don't belong here. This was a world of giants. As we stand in this shadow, we are instantly reminded of the infinite power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Only the creator of all worlds could design an environment so fierce and yet so perfectly balanced. In the Quran, Allah tells us about the wonders of His creation. And today, we are looking at one of His most terrifying masterpieces. Listen. Do you hear that? The sound of water splashing? Over there, near the edge of a murky green river, sits a 10-foot crocodile. It's a monster in its own right, a killing machine that has survived for millions of years. It sits there, proud and confident, thinking it is the ultimate king of this swamp. But something is watching it, something that has been alive since before the mountains were tall. Deep inside the thick vines and the black mud, a massive shadow begins to uncoil. It doesn't make a sound. It doesn't break a twig. It glides with a ghostly silence that will make the hair on your neck stand up. This shadow is wider than a human torso. It's longer than a city bus. And its weight? Over 2,500 pounds of pure, crushing muscle. My friend, meet the Titanoboa. Imagine a snake so large that if it just crawled past you, its back would be higher than your waist. A snake that doesn't need venom, because it has the power of a hydraulic press in its body. When I look at the fossils of this creature, I am humbled by Allah's wisdom. Why did He create such a titan? How did it rule this swamp for millions of years without a single rival? This wasn't just a snake. It was a biological wonder. It was the undisputed king of a world that time forgot. Now that you've seen the shadow of the king, let's talk about what made the Titanoboa a true marvel of Allah's creation. You see, my friend, nature doesn't create giants by accident. To understand Titanoboa, you have to understand the world it lived in. 60 million years ago, the earth was a hot tropical oven. Because snakes are cold-blooded, their size depends on the temperature around them. In that extreme heat, Allah allowed this serpent to grow to a size that seems impossible to us today. Imagine a creature 50 feet long. To put that in perspective, if you stood Titanoboa on its tail, it would be as tall as a 5-story building. But it wasn't just long. It was heavy. At over 2,500 pounds, it weighed more than a full-grown rhinoceros. Just imagine the sheer force of a ton of muscle sliding through the water. It was a biological tank. But here is the part that will truly blow your mind. Titanoboa didn't have a single drop of venom in its body. It didn't need it. It was a constrictor, which means it killed by sheer pressure. When it wrapped its massive body around a prey, it didn't just stop the breathing, it crushed everything. Scientists estimate that Titanoboa could exert a pressure of 400 pounds per square inch. My friend, that is like being crushed under the weight of the Brooklyn Bridge, or having 3 M1 Abrams tanks sitting on your chest. One squeeze, and bones didn't just break. They turned into powder. As I look at the design of its skeleton, I'm reminded of the wisdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He gave this creature hundreds of flexible ribs and a jaw that could detach. allowing it to swallow prey much wider than its own head. It could eat a giant turtle or a 10-foot crocodile in one single gulp. Its stomach was a furnace that could digest bones, teeth, and shells. Think about the patience of this giant. It would lie perfectly still at the bottom of a river, holding its breath for hours, looking like nothing more than a fallen tree trunk. Its golden eyes were fixed, waiting for the perfect moment. It was a silent judge of the swamp. It didn't hunt with speed. It hunted with calculated terror. But how did such a heavy beast move so fast when it attacked? And what secret did its skin hide that allowed it to survive in the burning heat of the ancient sun? Stay close, because we are about to look even deeper into the biological secrets of this titan. We are uncovering the true power of a king that ruled when the world was on fire.